Every once in a while, I get one of those challenges that run across my Facebook feed. What could you talk about for 10 minutes with no notes? When can I not talk for 10 minutes with no notes? So let me go ahead and something that's been really on my mind a lot in a lot of my work that I do is the vibration of our bodies and immunity. How do the two go together? As I look at it, the energy that we have, we are energetic beings. We do have a physical body, we have an energy body. As our body lives, just plain lives on a day-to-day basis, it collects stuff. It collects negative energy. It collects pollution. It collects smog and particulates. Just like the inside of our body collects junk based on how we feed it and whether we're putting in good clean food and good water, or whether we're junking it up. And I'm guilty with whether we junk it up with fast food and sodas and live on a diet of cookies and potato chips. That was me. And what I found was I was getting more run down, more sluggish. I couldn't get out of bed some days. If I could, it was all I could do to get to work. It was all I could do to function. My body hurt. My thoughts hurt. And then I learned that so much of that is just habits that I have created. Things like allowing my old thought patterns, my old beliefs, my old judgments to go in and constantly be poking on me. Those areas of lack, of not being enough, of not being worthy. All of those things just over the decades added and added and added to a slower lifestyle, lowering my vibration. And then I found energy work and the amazing things that we can do to increase those vibrations, to learn to clean the junk off from the outside and the inside. I was able to learn that our bodies store those emotions. And as I started looking at that, I realized how many of my physical ailments, and they're not ailments, they're irritations mostly, but most of those irritations I could track to a specific repetitive thought habit. That was pretty interesting. And how does this all tie into my energy? The worse I felt, the more I was not able to repel. I'm going to say just plain repel that energy. Yeah, I can talk until my glasses fall off. Why are my glasses on top of my head? Because my video is far enough away that I don't have to see the screen to be able to push the button. Hopefully I just push the right button when it's time. But just like the camera, you know, we can have it in focus or we can have it not in focus. And the way I was living my life was having it out of focus. Body, mind, and spirit. I had become isolated and hard. And I just didn't know what to do. And all of those vibrations just kept dragging me down. Now, with everything that's been going on, and I'm not going to say any of the words, there has been research done that some of those critters are extremely impacted by vibration. What does that mean? there are certain frequencies that when these critters are vibrated, depending on the vibration frequency, it kills them. If they're vibrated a certain way, there are some of the things that happen to these critters that make them not able to attach to our vibrations, for lack of a better way to put it, without getting really scientific and start name dropping what we're really talking about. But that's some of the things that happen with our vibration. So what did I first learn to do? First, I learned that it was a choice. I didn't have to be the victim of the negative environment. I didn't have to be a victim of the news. I didn't have to be a victim of the fear that was constantly dragging me down and not letting me live with high energy, with hope, with excitement, with enthusiasm. I think the next thing I learned is, there are some essential oils that are good for the inside of me too. And there are some essential oils that are specifically designed to help support an immune system. It was a bit before I started changing my food. It was a bit before I started adding appropriate amounts of water. It was actually easier for me to start guiding meditation sessions, because even in that, I would find myself relaxing and letting go. It's amazing the products that are out there. When I started switching my diet, when I started supplementing on a semi-regular basis, when I started learning some of the energy protocols and how they're specifically designed to remove negative energy, negative blockages, to actually be able to heal our energy field. How through some of the classes and the training, I learned how we can energetically repair damage to our energy body, and how our energy body that lives out here is connected to our body that is skin and the parts that are inside of our skin. So has it been an amazing journey? Yes. The vibration of fear, fear doesn't need to take up my space. I lived in fear that I manufactured for enough years to finally have learned, literally after years, that I could change my reaction to fear. That life happens. Sometimes life happens to me, but I can create a life that happens for me. And if I can keep my body and my energy field vibrating at a higher level, there's studies, there's cases, there's documentation of people who had life-threatening diseases watching comedy nonstop, and they literally were able to laugh their way into health again. Think about when you laugh, when something's really funny, it increases all your body. Your entire body starts vibrating, not just from the laughter itself, but from the energetic lightening and shaking off and shedding the negative. Positive visualization. Think about someone who does not know how to shoot a free throw, being taught how to shoot a free throw perfectly in their mind. Studies and cases of people who have been able to, with their mind, change their vibration, their internal vibration, their relationship with certain diseases. how certain diseases have responded to the body's nourishment through natural and healthy foods and supplements. And why do I think immunity can be adjusted by our very vibration?